Okay, we're back. Welcome back. Friday takeaway. My name's Karl Monahan. These are bite-sized snippets of information to help you, if you're a patient, to navigate male pelvic pain conditions more successfully. If you're a clinician, this might help to enhance your practice. It will help you look beyond the pelvic floor in looking for solutions and practical ways of helping patients to navigate this condition. And if you're a partner or loved one, this is building on some of the themes that patients end up going through, the people that you love and care about. We have been diving into dopamine. We have been exploring the good, the fun side of it. We've explored a little bit of the darker side of it. We're now going to look into prediction and the prediction and anticipating system. I'm not going to call it the mind. I don't want to reduce it to the mind. Calling this, if we consider that what's happening is only in your mind, it's like saying it's only in your prostate or it's only in your pelvic floor. It's not. Let's consider the whole picture. Now, that's not meant to overwhelm you. That's designed to make you realize, oh, there's lots of ways we can approach this. Small adjustments, micro adjustments here and there are going to help your whole system move towards a more calm, a more balanced state. That's the aim. That's the objective here. So yeah, at the moment we're still up in dopamine land, and last time we spoke about the, like I said, the good side. We spoke about the darker side, about how in waking up in the morning we might be, I hope today's not going to be full of pain, or is it there? That checking in. Oh, I knew it was going to be there. Oh my God. Oh, when will it ever do one? Will it ever do one? Oh, this is awful. How can I do that? No one fully understands what I'm going through. This is just terrible. We can get stuck in those loops. Do you recognize that? Is that something you know already? And if you do, it's fine. Don't judge it. Don't criticize or judge yourself, because ironically we end up in another in another dopamine loop then as well. You should know better. You're never going to get over this. Look at all these other people. All right, we're human. We're not perfect, and we should be. We're not going to be perfect. And we can be a little bit nicer. We can be a little bit more gentle to ourselves. Can you be a little bit more gentle with yourselves and a little bit more patient? So here's a prediction for you. What if the pain is something more sinister? What if they've missed something on a scan? What if this is what if this is gonna be with me for the rest of my life? All right? What environment does that set up? Now, it's very easy to go down that route. It's very, very, very easy. It's a well lubed route, if you like, and it's very easy to slip into it. And before you know it, we're humping the hell out of that thought, right? And that's it's that easy. It's that facilitated. How do we start to change this model a little bit? Tweak it, change it by a degree, half a degree. How do we change the direction on this? Let's understand this a little bit more. It's been shown that the brain is less of a receiver and more of a predictor, particularly when we get to adulthood. Much of the things that we do in life are already predicted for us by our system. Again, I'm not going to refer to this as just the brain. I think it's too reductive. Our system anticipates. It's why you can walk up and down stairs, which is a real challenge, without even thinking about it. Texting on your phone, walking up and down the stairs. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, but we do it because our systems are used to doing it. And there's a prediction. This set of stairs in my house, each of the stairs is set to a certain height, and therefore it's predictable, and I can gauge my tension and relaxation cycle as I walk up or I walk down the stairs. I don't even have to think about it. It's that predicted. When you brush your teeth, I guarantee you do more often than not, you do exactly the same pattern of brushing. When you wash yourself in the shower, when you dry yourself afterwards, I guarantee you do pretty much the same pattern of behavior every single time. It's very easy to fall into that predictive patterning. Let's help to change that. All right, let's change that around. So our systems constantly guess what's coming, and they do it based upon previous experience. If your system thinks something is going to hurt, it's going to prime you for that. So it's more likely to hurt. And it saves the system energy because it's been there beforehand. I know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to run this model. I'm going to run this program again because we've been here before. It's going to save me energy. And so therefore, this is what's going to happen. And this is called predictive processing or predictive coding. And pain can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Pain, easy for me to say, can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Not because you're imagining it, but because your system is there trying to protect you. And I know that sounds like a paradox. I'm well aware of that. It's anticipating something being unpleasant. So it's priming you. It's priming your system. Nerves are likely to be more sensitive. We're entering into a stress response before we've even sat or engaged in sexual activity or even started the day. All right. And our whole system has learned to see these, in fact, any sensation coming up from the pelvis, any sensation, and even any normal sensation. How many of you are unaware of what normal is in your pelvis anymore? Yeah? It's quite a lot of you. I would say, and the longer the condition goes on for you, then the more that sense of normal becomes morphed and changed and like where I don't even know what normal is anymore. Is that urge? Do I need to pee? Do I need to poop? Is that pain? Is that discomfort? Is that tightness? Is that because I've been sitting down for half an hour or 4 hours? In previous examples of this, when we've been looking at anxious Alistair and our predictive processing brain, we've been speaking about travel. The anticipation of the seatbelt light coming on an aeroplane. Again, that anticipation, it's already priming us. There is dopamine releasing in the anticipation of the seatbelt light that's coming on, and that winds us up. And we're there and we're primed. And then when it goes off, when the seatbelt light goes on, sorry, oh, we enter panic mode. This is going to be horrendous. How am I going to get through this? This is awful. Oh my gosh. We're in these dopamine cycles. Our system's predicting what's going to happen. How much of the time does the seatbelt light change and you haven't peed yourself? You haven't had to get up 20 times in those 20 minutes that the seatbelt sign is on. How many times does your anticipation of the event not equate to the outcome of the event? How many times is there that mismatch? A lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. We're going to use that. Right, that window, there's a couple of things we're going to do here, and I want you to fully engage with this to start to change that predictive brain. I can't possibly walk across town because I'm going to piss myself and then everyone's going to laugh at me. It's going to be put up on social media. I'm going to lose my job. I'm never going to get a relationship. I might have to move town. I might have to change my name. Oh, this is so humiliating. And then you get to your destination and you haven't peed yourself and nothing bad has happened. But we don't pay attention to that bit enough. We're so caught up in the wind up of our anticipation of what's going to happen. So here's a practical tip. When you do this first thing in the morning, oh, okay, the day's beginning. Is there my symptoms there? Is that it? Can I feel them coming on? Oh, I think it's there. Pause. Stop. 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 Take 90 seconds. We've done this in a previous video as well. Go and check it out. Take 90 seconds or a little bit longer, 2 minutes. Stop. Just focus on your breath. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. There's a pause. I'm breathing out. There's a pause. Distract your mind as much as you can, and it will fight against you. It will battle you and try and feed you a story about what's about to happen today and how awful it's going to be. Distract yourself. Remain grounded. Don't go on your phone. That's not the right distraction. It really isn't the right distraction. Ditch the phone. When you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling your symptoms come along, do not Please, 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 please do not go on your phone. You're replacing one dopamine system with another dopamine system that's going to, or it's just going to become a smorgasbord of dopamine. Pause. Take 90 seconds to 2 minutes to slowly practice some mindful breathing. It doesn't mean it's going to switch your symptoms off, but we start to change that prediction model. We start to change that dopamine feedback loop. I'm breathing in. You may want to count. I'm breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. I'm breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting, being aware of the cycle of your breath means that your mind cannot wander into that well lubed up hole and slip and slide all the way to a messy end. It's an interesting theme, isn't it? Pause, take a breath, break that cycle, put a fire break in. That's the tip one. We're going to come and give you another tip in just a moment. You can train your brain to have a different, your whole system. You can train your whole system to have a different outcome. Oh, here it is. It's going down that pathway. I can feel it. It's well lubed. It's all so slippery. No, let's deviate. Let's go somewhere else. Let's sit on the edge. That's fine. But don't go down that hole in as much as you possibly can. Um, and if you can do that a little bit longer, 90 seconds. I'm now going to do 2 minutes. I'm now going to do 2.5 minutes. I'm going to put that fire break in and not respond to those thoughts. Those thoughts are going to depower themselves. They're going to start to change. You might get a whole barrage of other thoughts. And what that shows us is actually the thoughts just come and go. And you can watch that. This takes time. It takes practice. It won't happen in one morning. All right, it starts to give a different response. We're no longer reacting immediately to a sensation or to a fear of how the day is going to be. Let's use that example of us being of traveling. Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this cab ride. I don't know how I'm going to get through this plane journey. I don't know how I'm going to get across this train or tube journey, subway journey. I don't know how I'm going to be able to walk from here to there without having pain, without peeing myself, without the world collapsing, without me being humiliated. Once the events happened, look back. Did the outcome match your prediction? Probably not. Because your prediction was the worst possible outcome, the absolute worst. And if there was a mismatch, write it down. Don't just think about it. It's not good enough. Write it down. Make a journal of things that didn't happen in the way that we feared them the most. This might be a what went well journal. Again, go back and check out my previous podcast for this as well. But we're changing our anticipating mind to have a different outcome. And only when we write it down or voice note it or film ourselves, don't just think about it. It's not good enough. It doesn't change enough. This was my prediction. This was the outcome. That wasn't that bad. Okay, it wasn't amazing. My symptoms were still there. Sure, it wasn't perfect, but write that down. There's a mismatch there. That's what helps to change your anticipating brain, your anticipating system, your anticipating muscles, all of your system. It starts to change it. All right, and that's really, really, really important. They're simple, easy things to do. Write down the mismatches. Start to shift from threat to trust again. And the goal isn't to eliminate pain instantly because there is no off switch. But what we can do is we can start to change our relationship with it. It's about teaching your system that not every single signal or sensation or thought is the worst possible outcome. There's a mismatch there. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. That wasn't that bad. I had a great conversation with a patient yesterday who was telling himself, we've been here before. He was worried about walking across town and having to use the bathroom frequently, or worse than that, peeing himself. And he managed to pep talk himself out of it. It's just priceless. We've been here before. Nothing bad happened. And that's because he's practiced it enough. So as when that anticipation, when that fear, when that story, when that prediction comes along, we've been here before, mate. Nothing bad happened. And he was able to have a different experience. All right, this is understanding dopamine. This is understanding anticipation and prediction. Your symptoms are real. They're not made up. You're not imagining this. You're not broken, but you are adaptive. We can have a different outcome. We can have a different experience, but it requires a bit of work. It's not going to happen all by itself because it probably would have done. All right. It requires a little bit of our input, writing things down, journaling things, looking back, reflecting, doing some mindfulness. Yes, it's the same message. Why is it the same message? Because it works. Not immediately, but you start to create. All right. Final insight for today. When you do mindfulness practices, including journaling, it's not what you get more of, it's what doesn't happen anymore. When you practice mindfulness and you sit, even with with uncertainty and fear and doubt and worry and anxiety, and you just sit, and you don't go down that well lubed up hole um, again, then you just sit and you just sit, and the whole system starts to slow down a little bit, and we have a different outcome. It might be 0.00001 of a degree off, but it's a different outcome. Build on that every day. Make sure you're doing that. That's how you start to change the dopamine and system and the predictive system and the anticipating system as well. My name's Karl Monahan. Thank you for listening. Hope you found that beneficial. Hope you found that helpful. You can get in contact with us. All the contact details are below. Again, what are your thoughts? Recognize this? Give us some examples of what traps you. Give us some examples of what you're doing to help to shift this. Give us some examples of the things I'm recommending and suggesting for you to do and how that changed your experience. This is the Friday takeaway. My name's Karl Monahan. This is Pelvic Pain Matters. Quickly, before you go, I want to tell you about an exciting new project by Pelvic Pain Matters. We've created an online community away from social media. This is completely private. So you will need to register to get access. There's a small fee, but once you join, you will get and every single month we're going to drop new content. So success stories, movement videos, breathwork videos, and understanding pain. So this is another offering from Pelvic Pain Matters to help you support and navigate your journey through pelvic pain more successfully. This is the introduction to our online circle community. I've added all of the links, all of the necessary links down there in the bio. I can't wait to see you in there to help and support you further with your recovery.